So much has been going on in the keyboard industry, and even though it is not my main domain of expertise, I've decided to take a closer look of what's happening, what's going on. Because when I went at CES 2025, I've seen more keyboard or an accessory stand than anything else. It's kind of a keyboard accessory renaissance, if you will. And today we're going to take a closer look at AKKO, a keyboard-obsessed manufacturer, and a couple of its models which helped propel this otherwise unknown brand to the enthusiast must-have and must-own list of things. Starting with its SP R67 DIY barebone, a 67 keys, endlessly customizable, compact mechanical keyboard. The main chassis is available in a range of pastel colors and proposes an unlimited amount of customization. Its specificity: the PCB is mounted on springs to increase your typing comfort, which you can change for 3 different levels of resistance. But to go to the very heart of the why this keyboard is so versatile, you can also hot swap switches. Now, I went for the Gateron G Pro 3.0 for a silent yet precise activation, and dressed the whole with a cinnamon roll themed caps, because I'm that kind of guy. One of the SPR67 big sellers is how absolutely premium it feels. The entire frame is made of this sanded aluminum finished with copper accent both on its sides and on its back. The entire object breathes precision, from the PCB tracing to the screws. We are in the world of the laser cut. And finally, you can finish its customization through the AKKO Cloud software, which will allow us to adjust every aspect of your typing experience, going from the letter mapping to key sensitivity, passing by, typing automation, because apparently that is a thing. In short, the AKKO DIY barebone concept is a great introduction to what they are standing for and what they're trying to do. And then you can get more fancy. Yeah, you can go for the Mod 007B-HE, because AKKO sure knows how to name their product, which takes the barebone experience to an all different level. We go from a mechanical to a magnetic chassis, which, as the name indicates, will use the interaction between the magnet housed into the switch and the metallic plate we see here to detect and reflect the slightest key movement. And obviously you can adjust the sensitivity of the keyboard keys individually to produce the most performant interaction depending on your activity. Now, RGB wise, well, through the AKKO Cloud software, you can assign, preset, or customize colors, themes. Not only do you get to create your own, but you can even share them for users on the AKKO Cloud service to use. Now, on both the SP R67 and the Mod 007-HE, what surprised me the most and what I totally loved is not only the reassuring metallic feel they bring, but how heavy they can be, how satisfying it feels to have that immovable, a solid foundation it provides for your typing adventures, especially in an intense gaming scenario. I will be honest, without naming any brand, Corsair, anything I was using before has been trashed, retrashed, and re-retrashed with a big smile on my face. Once you fingered what I fingered, there's no way back. Talking about money, the SP R67 goes for about $150 before taxes, fully configured, meaning chassis, keys, and caps. And as for the Mod 007, it's about $200, which are not the cheapest keyboards on the market, far from it. But they were never designed to be. Because what AKKO did here is to design and deliver the most robust, durable, engineered, gorgeous, versatile piece of gaming yumminess, and see how much it would cost at the end, which is exactly how you'd want your gaming equipment to be designed. First, see how good it gets, and then try to get a price which people can afford. The truth of the matter is that we are entering in a new era for peripherals. They're no longer just accessories. These things are becoming the heart of the game. God, I'm good. The heart of the game.